Good morning, SVN, and all of our invited guests. Welcome to SVN Live, our weekly property broadcast for October 23rd, 2017. This is John McDermott from Chicago. We welcome you this morning. We have a great lineup for you. And as always, we've got a couple of economic talking points we'd like to share with you. Obviously, the flood risk and flood insurance is likely to become a major issue in America for sure, and certainly for transactions in all of the areas that were affected. I think I heard the other day that there were over 500,000 automobiles destroyed in the hurricanes that hit in southern United States. So you can imagine the ripple effect of all of that. Subsidized flood insurance program is up for renewal. There's a good question of whether that'll happen or not. Obviously, investors should assess these risks because it's certainly something that is recurring in many of the areas. It's obviously not static, and we have to pay attention to it. So just one more thing in commercial real estate to keep an eye on. All right, we also want to point out that institutions kind of fear that peak pricing is taking place right now. In a recent survey of major institutional investors, Prequin, which is a new organization to me. I had not visited their website or spent time with their information. But the institutions are saying that 72% of them, higher valuations are a concern for commercial real estate. 30% said this may impact future returns to investors. Obviously, as cap rates continue to be compressed, returns are getting very, very skinny. This, combined with what CoStar is saying, smaller and secondary markets, really the home front of SVN, are outperforming the major markets. I think that's good for SVN and all of our franchises nationwide and worldwide, and it suggests that that trend might continue. So keep an eye on that, and I think, again, very positive for our organization. We've got some closed deals we'd like to highlight today as well. We want to congratulate Ian Cochran and Greg Racine. They closed this deal in Reno, Nevada, Money Tree. Corporate deal, single tenant net leased investment. They had 6 offers, all full price, all cash. It did close within 10 days. It would be interesting to decide who they ended up choosing and why. Anyway, 5.27 cap tells you a little about the compression of cap rates. All right, we also want to congratulate Heidi Mickelson for closing this deal up in Pocatello, Idaho. One of the prettiest places on the planet for sure. This was a 1031 exchange buyer from out of state. It had 4 tenants in it, $1,725,000, $176 a foot, and a very attractive cap rate compared to 5.27. This deal closed at 7.8 cap. Congratulations to Heidi. Also want to congratulate Jeff Hammond at Creviston Realty down in Georgia. He closed this deal within 30 days, full price, 20-year brand new lease, and look at the price per foot on this deal. 7.1 cap, but almost $600 a foot. That's a lot of blizzards for sure. Jeff, congratulations. We also want to congratulate Christopher Hoffs. He just closed this deal with the Northco Group. Minneapolis, Minnesota, a really good-looking 30-unit opportunity. It was going to be a conversion and $136,000 per unit. Pretty real estate, great market. Congratulations to Christopher. Hey, we want to congratulate Travis Albee, Jeff Albee, and Tilden Machete. They closed this Westlake Village medical office building. Westlake Village is one of the great cities in Southern California. This deal closed, as you can see, at almost $300 per foot. And again, compressed cap rate, how about 5 1/4 at an $8.9 million price. Travis, Jeff, and Tilden, congratulations. Got some great inventory for you this morning. In fact, we've got $33 million, almost $500 worth of inventory, over $500,000 worth of buy-side fee, And as you know, 100% of the time, 50% of the commission is available to you when you close a transaction with SVN, and we certainly look forward to you doing just that. First up, we wanted to bring on David Koop out of Chicago and Jay Hintz, who's our managing director in Milwaukee. They've got a Racine, Wisconsin opportunity that's very interesting, priced at $1.2 million.
Thank you, John. Good morning, SVN and guests. Jay Hintz and I are excited to bring this exceptional development site to market. This 1-acre city block is located in the heart of downtown Racine, Wisconsin, just a few miles east of the new Foxconn Technology Campus. For those of you who have not been following the story, Foxconn is an Asian company that produces the ultra-high definition screens used by Apple for their iPhones and iPads, as well as multiple medical applications. They're locating their North American facility, their manufacturing facility in Racine County, which is located 30 minutes south of Milwaukee and 60 minutes north of Chicago. The Foxconn Technology Campus is slated to be a $10 billion, 20 million square foot development that is slated to break ground in the spring and go online in 2020. Foxconn is going to employ 16,000 engineers and technology employees at the site, and expected that there's an entire supply chain of manufacturers that will locate in its immediate vicinity. So in light of this huge regional demand driver, Racine has an unprecedented need for housing. This site is a fantastic location for a premier mixed-use development. The existing zoning will allow for a 350,000 plus square foot building on this site with urban retail on the ground, office or hospitality, and dense condominiums above. Above the third floor of this site, there are unobstructed views of Racine's breathtaking harbor and lakefront. On top of it all, there's already a TIF in place for 22 years that could potentially be expanded for a maximum square foot project. The package is available on BuildOut. I would encourage everyone to check out the drone video that really highlights how special this site truly is. Please call Jay Hintz or myself for additional information. Thank you for the opportunity to present today, and look forward to collaborating with the SVN community to identify a developer for this exceptional opportunity. Thanks, John.
All right, David Koop, thank you very much. In fact, our industrial team here in Chicago just attended the 14th annual Transportation and Logistics Conference last week, and this was a huge topic of conversation and what's going on with Foxconn. So congratulations on that to both you and Jay. Let's bring up Scott Forster and Jay Dabbs. They always have some great real estate for us in Texas, and every time that they present, I get to learn a new pronunciation of a new city there.
Yeah, like Seguin, huh? That's true. Well, hey, good morning, John, Sarah, and SVN family. Thanks again for giving me and my partner, Jay Dabbs, another opportunity to present an investment opportunity, which this one here, this morning, it's a industrial flex investment opportunity that's located in the suburbs of San Antonio, Texas, which is in the growing community of Church, Texas, which is just northeast of San Antonio, between New Braunfels and San Antonio. The address is 129 Commercial Place. This warehouse is a standalone, has a standalone office building along with a warehouse. It's located off of 35, just 2.5 miles from IH-35, which is, of course, our main connector between San Antonio and Dallas, Texas. Okay, this property includes a 12,000 square foot warehouse. It's fully insulated. It includes air lines, gas lines, inside heaters. It also has an inside office area that includes 2 large offices, a break room, a large restroom that contains a shower and a dressing area for the employees. There's an outside dressing room outside the office, inside the warehouse for the staff. Warehouse has also 8 bay doors, which there are 4 bay doors on each side where you can pull the vehicle completely through. There's a 40 by 20 attached wash bay with compressor and pressure washer outside that. There's a standalone 5,000 square foot alone building for offices. It has 6 offices, 2 training areas, dispatched area, break room. One of the main offices has a huge office with its own restroom and shower. There is 2 ADA restrooms in the staff area of the building. If you see on the slide, you know, you do have a parking lot around the whole property. There's about 100, I'd say 100 so parking spaces for the tenant that's on that property. One of the things, this is an investment opportunity. It's an ambulance company that owned this company, which is the owner of this property. And another ambulance company came in and became the tenant and kind of bought out the previous ambulance company which is the owner today. And this ambulance company is a strong company out of Louisiana. They wanted to break into Texas and start their ambulance business in Texas. So they've targeted San Antonio, and this is the property that they wanted to start with, and this is a great place for them. They signed a 3-year contract 2 years ago. They have 2 one-year renewals on that. But at the same time, they have 1 year left. But I feel very strong that these guys are probably going to stay just because of how this facility is made for them. The term brings currently right now an 8% cap rate with the tenant paying triple net expenses. This property overall gives an investor 17,000 square feet of warehouse and office, which is occupied currently by a strong tenant. But it's also a prime property because of location and with little availability of this type of property in the area. Buy side is 3%, and I would love to work with you on putting a deal together on this investment opportunity. Thanks again, John and Sarah, for the opportunity, and all you guys out in SVN. Have a great week.
Thank you, Scott. We appreciate it. Let's go to Michael Finch and Jeff Klein. As you know, they are SFR experts, but they've got another opportunity for you that's really well located in Tempe, Arizona.
Thank you, John, Sarah, and team. On behalf of Jeff Klein and myself here at Real Star Advisors, we are pleased to introduce this 1.56 acres of irreplaceable land in Tempe, Arizona. These parcels are located just over a mile east of ASU's main campus on Hayden Lane, just east of McClintock Drive, which is a major arterial headed north-south. Hayden Lane is a smaller, quaint street between 2 other major arterials, University Drive to the north and Apache Boulevard to the south. And there is also a Metro Light Rail station a short walk from this site at the southeast corner of Apache and McClintock. There is over about 1.3 million square feet of retail, shopping, dining, and entertainment in the Tempe Marketplace, which is a mile up the road on McClintock Drive. Tempe is a landlocked city and has just been exploding with development, jobs, arts, and entertainment districts, as well as the nation's largest university with ASU. This 1.56 acres of land consists of 4 contiguous parcels being offered at $19.12 a square foot, or $1.299 million. The 3 of the 4 parcels here are zoned R4, which allows for 25 density units an acre, and the 4th parcel is R3, which allows for 20 units to the acre. This is an excellent opportunity to build 30 to 40 units, which could work well for student housing, for sale townhome or condo product, and or market rental product. There are rental properties today on the site, a few small SFRs and duplexes and triplexes, which bring in about $70,800 of gross rental income a year here, which would help with the land carry costs during planning with the city of Tempe. If any of you guys have any developers that are looking to do smaller projects, please give Jeff or I a call. We'd look forward to putting a deal together with you guys. Thank you.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Let's go to Tommy Jo Lynch. She's got an industrial opportunity for you in Sparks, Nevada, and it's priced at $5,650,000 this morning.
Good morning, SVN. This is actually a represent. This property was previously under contract, and it fell out due to issues with the buyer's capital source. There were no issues found with the asset itself. We have this listed at a very competitive market cap rate, close to 6.3%. It is also priced below replacement. Replacement is believed to be near $150 a square foot to build this type of product in our market today. The sellers are really motivated to get this under contract by the end of the year, so please contact me for a full package and bring some offers. Have a great Monday.
All right, Tommy Joe, thank you so much. Let's see if Chris Bai can join us from Poland this morning. Artur Satars, and he have listed a Krakow, Poland industrial building that nobody can miss with that color.
Thank you, John. Hello, SVN. Hello, guests. We are very pleased to present this opportunity. For those of you who may not know, SVN has come to Poland recently. We have actually moved there, and myself and my family have relocated there because we are seeing Poland as an extremely growing and opportunistic market. And this is going to be an example why. So let's take a look. Industrial property, brand new, built to suit for Tikane, which is a tea company, one of the largest tea companies in Europe. It has been in existence for over 125 years. They have contracted to have this property built for them, and it's on a 15-year initial lease term, and we still have 14 years left. This is a brand new cutting-edge facility, and what I'd like you to take a look at is the price per square foot, which is where you're going to start to see some of the differential between the opportunities in Poland versus the rest of the world. $45.71 a square foot for a brand new facility. That is very, very unique, and I will tell you that there's escalations in the lease as well. So over the next 14 years, the rent on this facility will continue to grow. Very unique opportunity in Poland and anywhere to have this kind of a term left. It is being offered very much at a market rate of 6.2 cap. What I would also like to point out is this particular developer that is selling this property is one of the prime and most respected developers in Poland. He has over 200 million of projects in the pipeline, and some of it is actually in the backlog because he cannot keep up with the demand in Poland. This property and this park where this property is located is just outside of Krakow, which is absolutely the primary market in Poland. And Poland is one of the primary markets right now for real estate development and utilization in Europe. So we would like to invite all of our industrial SVN agents and brokers to take a close look at this property. Think of it as an expanded market for SVN, and take a look at the unique features of this property and the tremendous upside, especially the price per square foot and the lease term. And we would love to work with you and with your developers, not just for this particular property, but as well as for all the ones that we have in the pipeline ready to go to the market. Thank you very much, and everyone have a wonderful day, and we look forward to hearing from interested parties. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Chris. We wish you well, and thank you for that opportunity. Let's go to Scott Mazel and Adam Thomas here in the West Loop of Chicago. Adam's going to tell you about a multifamily opportunity that is as rare as you can imagine.
Good morning, SVN, and good morning, John. Scott Mazel and I are happy to present 1342 West Randolph, which, as John stated, is a rare stabilized multifamily opportunity within one of Chicago's hottest submarkets. 1342 West Randolph is a 22-unit luxury boutique apartment building located in Chicago's Fulton Market. As you see on the slide here, the whisper price for the property is just over $16 million at $16,230,000. That comes out to about a 5 cap. The top floor consists of 2 just completed high-end penthouses. The views from up there are unbelievable, 7 stories up, clear views of the entire city of Chicago skyline. Floors 2 through 6 consist of all 2-bed, 2-bath apartment units of condo quality that are all individually metered, all the utilities, HVAC, electric, gas, everything, and they're all rented. The ground floor consists of a stabilized dental practice with a long-term lease with escalations in play, with about 6 years remaining until the first option. The property's location is second to none, located on Randolph Street's Restaurant Row. It's 3 blocks from an approved Hyatt Hotel and only 4 blocks from McDonald's new Global HQ. In addition, with all the development, one of the other notable developments is 2 blocks from the site which is Fulton West's new office development, which is going to home new office users such as Dyson, Scanner Construction, and Glassdoor. We do have a call for offers date of November 16th. With any buyers, any questions, let Scott and myself know. We have got everything from a drone video to a 3D virtual walkthrough, especially if you want to see those penthouse units up there, you can walk through those. Any questions, again, reach out to Scott or myself. We'd love to do a deal with you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you, John, and thank you, SVN.
Thank you, Adam. Just an incredible opportunity. Everybody has somebody in their database that will take a look at that, especially high-end owners. Let's remind you that, as always, we've got events and webinars taking place every week. Our product council calls for this week are many. Today, later this morning, 11 on the West Coast, 2 on the East Coast. We have our office council call. Al Lindeman and Jeff Albee will be presenting that as co-chairs. And then on our Tuesday, the 24th, we have land at 11 on the West Coast, 2 on the East Coast. Our co-chairs, Ashley Bloom and Ben Alder, I'll tell you, know more about land than anyone I've ever met. They're going to present their interesting information. And we also have a property management team on their call, 1 on the West Coast and 4 on the East Coast. That's Kim, Frank, and Scott. You're going to enjoy them. Property management touches everything that we do. And then on Wednesday, our industrial team will take the phone. Henry Hanna at 1 on the West Coast, 4 on the East Coast. And then Thursday, October 26th, multifamily, Reed Bennett, our council chair, multifamily at 9 on the West Coast, noon on the East Coast, will present their council call. So lots of opportunities, regardless of your product type, great information for you to learn and share. Also, speaking of learning and sharing, Solomon Paretsky, our Executive Vice President of Organizational Development here at SVN, is going to do his best practice webinar series. This one is Beyond Cap Rates. He's going to talk a little about the other matrix that you got to pay attention to in analyzing real estate well beyond cap, including cash on cash returns, price per foot, and other things that make you want to be sure to take a look at a property beyond just one index. Look forward to that, Solomon. All right, and then here in Chicago this week, we are hosting the SIOR 2017 Fall World Conference. We're going to have a booth there. We're booth number 33 at the Palmer House Hilton. We've got a whole team of our SIORs coming into Chicago. Very kind. I've been invited to meet with many of them and look forward to seeing everybody. We hope you stop by the Chicago office. Anyway, those folks will have a great time, and I think the weather's supposed to clear up by then. All right, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. As you know, everything we do at SVN is at www.svn.com, and 100% of the time, 50% of the commission is available when you close a transaction with us. We look forward to you doing just that. Let's get through this last quarter and do all that we can to get 2018 kicked off. And we want to thank you again for joining us. Good day.